Good morning. Welcome to Queen Conscious Talks with Tamia. You ever said to yourself, enough is enough? Well, that's exactly what I said in 2021. Lord, enough is enough. What is going on? Why do I keep doing the same thing but wanting different results, but still keep getting the same results? So before I go into this, I want to rewind it back a little bit. God is very strategic. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly how to get you to come to him. Early on in my years, when I was a kid, I want to say maybe about 12, I used to go to the Kingdom Hall, but I didn't learn anything. I was asleep majority of the time. But little did I know that God used that just to plant a seed in me. Because when trouble hit, I knew exactly who to come to. So now we're going to fast forward 2019. I'm in this relationship that I want to work, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do things differently than I've done in the past. It's going to work, Lord. I got this. How far from the truth that was. I didn't have it. 2019, I started going to church. At this point, I'm in my 40s, so we're talking about it's over 30 years that I haven't heard not one thing about God. I haven't gone to anybody's church. I haven't opened up a Bible. Matter of fact, I didn't even own a Bible until I got into my 40s. But I always would hear people talk about how good God was. So, like I said, he had planted that seed early on in life. So when troubles hit, I knew exactly who to run to. Now, of course, throughout my, years, I'd be on social media, see something about God, post it. I knew, God is good. God is great, you know, but I knew nothing about relationship with him. So 2019, I started going to church. Now, God was happy I was going to church, but I was going to church for the wrong reasons, for selfish reasons. I was going to church because I needed him to help me with things. God, I need you to come through for me. And then as soon as he would come through for me, I'll be like, all right, thanks, appreciate it. See you next time around. Whenever I think about that, I'm so grateful as to him being so patient with me and not holding it against me. At that time, I even started doing Bible study. Like I said, first time ever owning a Bible. Bought my first one. Didn't look into it though until I was sitting in Bible study. But hey, I'm sure God was still grateful for my efforts, even though there could have been more. Anyway, I'm going to Bible study. I'm going to church off and on. I even got baptized in 2020. Boys, God was setting up the scene because he already knew what was going to be transpiring in my life. But I'm so grateful that I had the small interactions with him that I did, because as soon as, excuse my language, but all hell broke loose, I knew exactly who to run to. So we're going to fast forward to 2021 when this relationship has come to an end. And now I'm like, okay, enough is enough. Lord, I'm tired. I'm so sick and tired of wanting different results, but I still keep having the same results. What is going on? What am I doing wrong? And I'm so grateful that I was able to be aware that I was the problem. Because before, it was always, God, why is this happening to me? When my mind was set on why is this happening to me, I was not getting what he was trying to get across to me. I wasn't getting the lesson. We all know that when we in school, what is the only way that you can go from one grade to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next until you graduate? That is, you have to have a certain grade point average. You have to participate. You have to be able to pass tests and different things in order to move on to the next grade. And that's exactly what it was with God. God's like, I'm not moving you forward. I'm gonna keep keeping you in the same situation. I'm gonna keep keeping you in the same position until you realize that there's something that you're not doing right. It's something that you need to you it's time to do something new, basically. God was letting me know that it was time for me to stop trying to figure out life by myself. And that's what I did. I humbled myself. I came to him in my room, on my floor, crying, bawling my eyes out, because enough was enough. I was tired. I couldn't take it anymore. Lord, I need your help. I need you to show up. I need you to show out. And boy, did he. How is it that the worst thing that could have happened to you is also the best thing that could have happened to you? I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. Yes, it was terrible that my relationship was coming to an end. I was so frustrated because I wanted to work and I didn't know how to make it work. I didn't know, I just didn't understand. It was a lot of heartache and pain, a lot of frustration, anger, depression, healing. But on the flip side of that, I get to come into a relationship with God. So I'm knowing that when I come into his presence, when I finally open up the door that he's been knocking on for so long, when I finally open up the door to allow him to come into my life, to surrender my life to him, I know everything's going to be okay now. It also made me realize how God had always been there, but he's a gentleman. He's never going to barge his way in your life. He's going to let it be known that he's there, but he's waiting on you to invite him in. He's waiting on you to surrender what you think you can do on your own to him, because we all know no matter good or bad, he will work it together for your good. That is one thing that I am definitely and have definitely learned. So, like I said, it may have been one of the worst things that happened to me, but it was also one of the best. That was the turning point in my life for me to be like, all right, I've been getting it wrong all these years and I'm tired, Lord. I'm ready to get it right. And Not only am I ready to get it right, but I'm ready to get it right with you. All these years, I was trying to do life by myself, and I had to come to an understanding. Girl, Tamia, you don't have to do life by yourself. Life with God is so much easier. Now, I'm not saying that you never gonna have problems and whatnot, but what I am saying is when you have an issue, a problem, a concern, a doubt, fear, worry, whatever, if you bring it to him, oh, he gonna work it out. And while he's working it out, he's expecting you just to chill out. Let him do his thing. Stop stepping on his toes. Stop minding his business. How he gonna do it is his business. All we need to do is just bring it to him, lay it at his feet, lay it all out at his feet, and watch how he shows up and shows out. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now that nothing I went through was in vain. Everything that I went through, I had to go through because if I hadn't, I would not be right here with y'all right now, sharing my story, my testimony. Oh, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. There's going to be days where I might be boohoo crying up on here. It's going to be days where I'm going to be laughing. But I pray that you guys will come along with me on my healing journey. When I was younger, I had always wanted to be a psychiatrist. So, in a way, it's like I'm living out my dream. Talking to y'all is therapy for me. I've always been a talker. Something that I didn't realize was a gift. But God has definitely shown me, He's shown me a lot of gifts, talents, abilities, and He's still showing me on a daily who I am and who I belong to. It was me getting with God where I finally found my purpose, which is to be your mentor, your friend, your life coach. I'm just sick and tired of seeing my people perish for lack of knowledge. I'm tired of the circles that I'm in or just the people that I'm around. We all dealing with the same thing, not knowing our value and our worth, putting it into the wrong people, just wasting the things that God has put in us, but we don't know it yet. So buckle your seatbelts because I'm going to be on here bearing it all. I'm going to be vulnerable, transparent. I'm just going to be letting it all hang out. Because if I help just one person, then I've done exactly what it is that God wants me to do. I love y'all, my chosen for a reason family. And if you wondering why do I say chosen for a reason? Because think about it. It wasn't by happenstance. It wasn't by coincidence. It wasn't by accident that you was born. God had you in mind before he formed you in your mama's womb. He chose all of us. And the fact that he chose us, that should make you know and feel like, okay, I'm not here just to go through disappointments and problems and just survive. No, God created you. He chose you to have an abundant life. The reason why I say for a reason, though, is because it's up to you. That is your responsibility to sit with him and figure out what he chose you for. Whenever you're feeling down or you feeling like, Lord, I cannot take this. Why am I going through this? Just think about that for a moment. Why am I here? Okay, I'm here for a reason. And the fact that he continues to wake you up each and every day, he's giving you the time to figure out why you're here. So I want to say the first thing is to become aware. Whenever you're going through something, don't automatically just go into the mindset of, Lord, why is this happening to me? No, immediately go into that mindset of, okay, Lord, what is this that you are trying to show me? What is this that you're trying to teach me? Because as hard as it may be to admit, when things keep going wrong in your life, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, who's the common denominator in all of this? Me. So, yeah, a lot of times it may be other people, but a lot of times it's also you too, and you don't even realize it. I promise y'all, we're going to get through this together. I thank you for listening, and I will definitely be back.